Alpaca socks. Yeah, I really want. Outside the taste buds. You're good. I forgot to turn your audio on. There you go. Nobody heard this hot alpaca talk.
Really?
Gone forever. It's in the ether.
Oh my god, we're engaged in some great conversation about alpacas.
I can't believe you said that thing about the alpacas being, what they are.
Oh, I can never say it again. They would never let me get away with it.
No, you pushed the envelope saying it once. All right. I suppose we can probably just get going since we're not really waiting for anybody.
Oh, I was under the impression we had got going.
Oh. I'll throw through the opening sequence and then I'll introduce us and then we'll
Bang
just...
bang.
Bang bang.
Yeah. You're going to have to do the intro.
I don't know if I can do that.
I mean, I feel like I have to save my rhymes for next time.
Save them beats.
Better.
Save them sweet beats. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Nerds One Quest. I am the DM. No, I'm your host for this session. I am Norm. Joining me today is Crixus, Mr. Ryan Kukta. Much love. And the genius Doc, Jeff Williams. Sup,
Hello.
dog. Sup, dog.
Good morning, everyone, from a blizzard.
Yeah, it's kind of a shit show here. Looking behind me, and it's like half my window is snow covered. You know how it kind of sticks to the glass?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's great. I let the dogs out at 5:30 this morning. Like, I cracked the door open as far as I could for them to get out. Because it was blowing against that door. So I was like, I don't want to
They
get
looked
wet.
at you like, can't I just go in the potty?
Yeah, Gus ran to the door and then looked at me and then ran away. So I kind of had to not force him out, but
Just pick them up and throw them in the snow pile.
wouldn't be the first time.
Give them the old heel kick.
Give him the old heave-ho. Yeah, so today we are down at DM. So,
Issues with travel, it sounds like.
yeah, it's been kind of a slippery, icy, snow, rain, ice mix since last night around 6:30ish it started. So any type of travel is bullshit until probably closer to noon. I'm assuming the plows will start going through sometime soon. If they haven't been already, but yeah, the joys of living in Wisconsin in December.
Mhm. Hey, I'd rather be here, though, than anywhere that got tornadoes overnight.
Yeah, apparently tornadoes are a thing, huh?
Nightmare.
Who knew?
Mm.
Weather. So, in lieu of actually having a session today, we are going to be discussing D&D stuff. We're going to probably do some insider... Is it insider trading? Table talk?
Table
Uh,
I
talk.
mean, maybe.
I probably shouldn't say insider trading. The stream will get flagged and the FCC will... Is it the FCC? Who does? No, the SCC. Security Exchange SEC, Security Exchange Commission.
Easy.
I think it's the UFC.
Southeastern Conference.
Brock Lesnar is coming to
Championship.
rip my face off for talking about insider trading.
He's back on the WWE now. He's got like overalls and looks like a jacked farmer.
I think he's been living on a farm in Minnesota for like the last 20 years, hasn't he?
I don't know about Minnesota, but yeah, he likes to stay away from people.
Mm-hmm. From what he lived in Minnesota. He wrestled at the U of M or something.
Probably
like that.
on Governor Ventura's cabinet.
He hit Governor Ventura with the cabinet. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets.
There's a show title. Let's throw that in there.
Oh, we're doing that. Session 79, I think. Tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets.
Kitty wants to be on the stream.
Oh, kitty stream.
Uh,
We'd probably get more views this way if we actually had a kitty stream as opposed to us.
That's true.
Yeah. If all we had was a camera focused on Ryan's cat, we would get thousands and thousands of views. And
You gotta get one of
subscribers.
those overlays where it turns your face into a cat face. That would also work.
That's just creepy shit.
Would it though? Would
I
it
don't-
be interesting or?
Better to look at than what we're looking at currently.
I see what you did there. Definitely an upgrade. No
I mean,
question.
he's already kind of got the Wolverine look going with the beard and it's looking kind of long.
Yeah, I'm like 3 days. 3 days not shaved, not trimmed, nothing.
That's 3 days? Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
man.
A lumberjack.
I'm a lumberjack and I'm okay.
Nickname in high school was Teen Wolf.
Got all the trim too. It's
Oh, the
crazy.
trim. Does the carpet match the drapes?
See, I took it back to high school right there. It was sweet.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Uh,
All right.
So, Doc.
Well,
Why don't you give us a little recap as to where we left off so we can figure out what we want to do?
all right. Well, this will probably be a similar recap to.
what you'll hear next
Well,
week.
I'll give the overall recap.
Why don't you hit us up from session 1? Why don't you give us a nice recap from session 1?
Okay, starting in session 1, Aranon died. That seemed to be a repeating theme throughout. Oh wait.
Yeah. All right, you know what? I don't want to talk about that.
Instantly.
Yeah, so I guess since Doc joined in, which is about the last time we did a full-on recap, we came to the Dale, which was cursed with a darkness. So we had to prove to the locals that we knew our stuff and helped with a few random quests here and there, cleared out the mine, got rid of a lot of moves and a few other tasks to show that we had what they needed to take on some big stuff. Big quest recently then was taking out a Durgar Mad King and apparently his magical dragon. As a result, there was some curses, some madnesses, that kind of stuff. And upon tackling that, we shipped out to the island of the Frost Maiden, Oral, and took care of some quests, turned one of our friends into ice, survived part of the battle with her, and while making our escape, kind of irritated a large bird that chased us down, and we ended the last session victorious but completely spent, sailing underneath the ice on a whale and arriving to find that the curse of the darkness had ended with a bright sunrise over 10 towns that they hadn't seen in years. And that's the long and short of it.
Yeah, that sunrise really... I did not for a second expect there to be a sunrise, mainly just because of the fact I didn't... It was not last session, but the session before we learned about her having to do that every single night while riding the dragon. So I guess I didn't put 2 and 2 together that by killing the dragon, she wouldn't be able to fly up into the air and make it nighttime.
Let's get a mask.
So the big question for Aranon, is the sun going to melt him?
Yeah, I think thankfully the season. I think if I'm remembering correctly, JC started the season in like a fall time frame when with you and eventually then with Crixus. So I think we're still in the middle of winter. So even though there might be bright sunrise, we are still pretty far north, and it'll probably take a while for it to warm up.
I mean, I would assume. Worst case scenario, you pack me into a big hunk of snow and just cart me around on our dog sleds.
You know what my concern
Some
is?
dry
Is
Try this.
my concern is the opposite. Everybody's so used to living in ice, they made their houses out of ice, and shit starts melting, and now it's all our fault, and everybody's upset.
Are people's houses made out of ice, though? I don't think they are. I thought all their
There
houses
was,
were like normal.
Yeah, there definitely was at least one house that we were in that John described as basically an ice hut with a door.
Oh, that's right. Well,
yeah,
screw that
I don't
guy.
think that was. I don't think that was in 10 Towns. I think that was on our way. I think there was a stop somewhere on the way
Could have been.
that had that. That was where there was that map maker. I think, right?
Yeah, that sounds right to me.
Mm-hmm. I mean, how does it go? You take the good, you take the bad, you take them all, and there you have the facts of life.
They have a big fishing industry, so hopefully then if the lakes open up, they'll be able to get back to work. I mean, with half the population gone, there's less people to feed. So, I mean, there's that.
Well, and I wonder, too, how long that day-night cycle is going to last and how fast she's going to find another dragon. Because, I mean, I don't know how else she gets around. I mean, I'm sure she walks, but, I mean, can she teleport? I don't know. I mean, she rides a dragon, so she doesn't, I guess, teleport that much.
Well, she doesn't ride a rock anymore. She can't ride a dragon. And we can't ride a dragon either. But
You mean because
here
someone
nor
smashed
there.
the egg?
That
Yeah,
is
you
what
left
I
out.
mean.
You left out the conflict between Aranon and Crixus. Long story short, for the chat,
There's no conflict. Aranon made a mistake, and Crixus is dealing with it.
Long story short, they found a dragon egg. Crixus and Doc wanted to take it with, and Aranon wanted no part in it, so he took it upon himself to shove it down some stairs, some giant, literally giant stairs, and it cracked and broke. And then Valine reanimated the baby dragon, which then got torn apart by the rock.
Because who would ever want a silver dragon on their team? Can't imagine.
And Crixus is clearly unhappy with the situation.
Could have gone better.
I mean, Aranon could have been less of a dick, yeah. But you weren't listening.
I'm just waiting for the time turner so I can go back and figure all this out. Hopefully we find that in Ythrin.
Oh. So then we go back and we take the baby dragon.
And Crixus pushes Aranon down the stairs instead.
Elquin says dragon eggs sell for 10,000 to 20,999 gold pieces. I mean,
Yeah.
that does change Aranon's mind a little bit. However, there was no way for us to get it back.
What do you mean it was just about to hatch? It wouldn't have been a dragon egg by the time we got back. It'd be a baby dragon that was nuzzling up to me every night.
What's up?
So
What's up with Ryan and characters who have pets?
Cats are
I don't
powerful.
know, but I kind of feel like if Crixus wanted it, he should have sat on it like a mother hen and just waited.
I would have had to take off my armor, and then my AC is not good enough. So
Your ass would have been freezing. Probably would have stuck to the eggshell. That would have been awkward.
Crixus has the ring of warmth, so he doesn't care.
Oh, that's right.
He's basically out there in a drug rug right now, just kind of hanging out.
I
You
can't
guys
wait.
are all bundled up.
Yeah. So there's Crixus in his Speedo, wandering around the snow. What's going on, guys?
What? What's happening?
Yeah, what's the AC for a Speedo?
Minus
20.
5.
A magical Speedo of protection.
Yeah.
I kind of want JC to
mean,
create that for you now.
Same thing
Yeah,
as that bikini boost, you know? If a female character has a bikini armor on, that's like a automatic +2. So
Yeah, let's picture Crixus in a chainmail bikini.
Chainmail banana
I'm telling
hammock.
you, there's some opportunity here, guys.
So, somebody needs to draw a picture of Crixus in a chainmail bikini with a dragon pulling at it, kind of like that baby on the lotion. Oh, that would make me extremely happy.
I got that.
I really wish I could draw, because the fan
a lot
art
of
I would
opportunity.
create for this show would be just utterly ridiculous. So, yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what. Maybe the next time we come across a baby dragon, if you can give me a compelling argument, Daddy will let you keep it.
Yeah, okay. The next time we come across a silver dragon youngling, we'll just keep it. That makes sense.
I'm compromising.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often.
I'm thinking our split the party plan might be better to give Crixus time to cool off.
Crixus will be fine. He just needs a hug and a Coke.
I mean, he probably will punch you in the face at some point when you're least expecting it. But
Yeah.
right now, I don't want to chip off your nose.
Or knock my head completely off. Yeah. Nat 20. Uh-oh.
Yeah, so now that you're animated, if something does fall off, does it keep working? Like if your arm comes off, do your fingers still work? I mean, you don't have blood pumping through you or nerves or anything. You're kind of just a magical creature.
I've never been a giant ice golem. That's a great question, Aaron. On how does this function?
So that would be really cool if it was kind of like, I don't know, kind of like a Lego guy where you can, although you can't do that with Lego, but you take the arm off and I can reach things extra high and then attach my arm back on.
Take one of your ears with us so you can hear what we're saying when we're not by you.
Slip it in Doc's pocket.
Lego arms do, in fact, come off, but it's hard as hell to get them off.
Oh, do they? I just assumed if you pulled a Lego arm off, it just broke.
Mm-mm. Nope, it does come off. Expert level. In case you want to create your knight, giving the thumbs up or something like that.
Yeah, I don't know.
So
I don't know.
Aranon Savior may be a prisoner in Revel's End, huh? What do you feel about that?
I mean, it's confusing to me because I always thought Vaelish Gant was this useless prick. And to have to go back there and talk to him again is not, I'm not anticipating that. The last time we went to that, to the prison, it kind of felt like dead air for 45 minutes. Nothing was really happening besides us making fools of ourselves.
Well, and the funny thing is, if he's got these powers or whatever, they probably won't let him use them while in the prison. So it could mean presidential pardon or a breakout.
Jailbreak.
Yeah, I don't know how how we go back in there and get taken seriously considering we lied last time. And
Yeah, it's too bad you didn't say your name was Smirnoff, because this time you could be Smirnoff Ice.
I mean, yeah,
That's awesome.
we could,
Yeah.
you know, Crixus, we could go and see if they actually remember us. And if they remember us, then we go with our old names. And if they don't remember us, we give new names.
I mean, I'm all in on Jackson Daniels. I mean,
Uh-huh.
I'm all in on it. So
Yeah, I guess. I mean, do we want to split, or do we just all want to stick together just to be on the safe side?
I mean, if we think it's a jailbreak, you probably want to party with you. If it's just a a visiting session, it could be efficient to split up. I don't know that we need to, but
I mean, I feel like at some point, guys, we've got to get a handle on Valine. What are we doing with this woman?
yeah. Well,
Do
I mean,
we ever intend on giving her the orb?
I intend at some point. I mean, I'm assuming we're gonna end up fighting her at some point, right?
I assume that as well. But we can't get to Ythrin without her. There's no instruction manual on any of the stuff we have that I'm aware of.
No. As far as I know,
maybe
we
the
don't.
maybe the orb would. I mean, what is it, Professor Scamp? And
Yeah.
the orb would know how to get there, or maybe she's kept some record in her spell book or something.
Probably a conversation that should be
yeah,
had
I mean-
with the professor.
As far as Doc is concerned, with the sunrise over the dale, for his own personal lifestyle, he would love to just go and run a bar and sit on a beach in the sun. But he's got a friend who's made of ice that needs some help, so he wants to make sure that gets taken care of before he can relax. So that's as far as his motivation going to get in is really only to, if that's the only way to fix Aranon. So,
Maybe
and
we
if
team
I
up
know
with
the
Baelish Camp.
I could play Baelish Gant in the as my secondary character then.
Yeah. I mean, that's always an option. I just don't know where this, because the guy, he just it I don't want to say it bugs me, but it's like he didn't seem like he knew anything. Like he was just a worthless meat sack.
Well, I mean, he's a powerful magician, right? Or sorcerer or something.
In
And
theory.
he's trapped in a prison that nerfs all his power.
Yeah, I suppose.
He has delusions of grandeur, which we don't honestly know if they're delusions or not. He could be extremely powerful and able to run 10 towns through a coup if he wanted to.
Yeah.
We just don't have a sense.
Well, the big question is, what are we willing to do or offer Baelish Gant to help? That's the big
I'm
question.
pretty sure the only thing he wants is freedom. So, can we offer that?
What does a man in prison want? To not be there.
Soap on a rope.
So we'll probably have a choice, right? We can go negotiate with the warden, or we can, I don't know, bust him out. Ooh, you know what would be helpful to bust a guy out? A dragon. Destroy the wall. Where would we find a dragon? We never would. They're so impossible to find and so valuable. We'll never find one. Is this getting old yet for you?
No.
Sense theme.
Yeah. Somehow I don't think this is gonna be ending anytime soon.
But yeah, I mean, we'll have to probably at some point make a choice whether we think, you know, whether we think we can bust this asshole out or what.
We have to remember too that when we go in there, we have to put all of our weapons away. Like we have deception check or whatever if we're going to try and hide our weapons on our body. So
This is
the only
a
one
bummer to
that
have to.
the only one that really has weapons without weapons is me, because I have my fists of fury.
I mean, we all technically can unarmed strike, but yours are definitely the most efficient. Mine, let's see, what do? I deal 3 damage with mine because without the monk abilities, we don't get to roll for it. It's just your strength. So I mean, Crix is probably about the same. It's going to take a while to damage someone at 3 points a hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's tough.
Maybe we can
But, I
sharpen
mean-
one of my fingers into a little knife point, and I can just go behind people and brainstem them.
Depends on also if we can use magic in wherever we decide to, you know,
So
make our stand.
it might make more sense to go. I mean, I don't know if we can, but get some kind of letter of recommendation of our valor from 10 pounds and use that as leverage to get them out.
It would
if
be the
it's
right time to
temporarily.
get that, wouldn't it? It's a good idea.
Kind of like a resume, credentials.
Yeah, like the key to the city.
Yeah. Let's be honest, though.
Yeah.
We're not the most qualified group of individuals. We're-
Hey, we took down a rock. How many 4-person teams can say they took down a rock at level 7?
or maybe I should say we're not the most graceful group of individuals.
That's more
That's true.
reasonable.
We're capable. We're just not very stealthy or dexterous or
Well, we just have to capitalize on our fame right now because we just saved 10 towns for like the second time in how many weeks?
Yeah, I mean, if you remember back to when we first got here, they were sacrificing people to the cold to try to get to appease, So we're saving lives even now,
You know,
indirectly.
yeah, I
I
mean,
think there were other off food or something else too. I think.
yeah. I mean, I'm sure last week somebody's grandmother died from exposure in 10 towns. That won't happen again next week. So.
Yeah, when you say that, do you mean that she had a heart attack because someone exposed themselves, or do you mean she was out in the cold?
Either way, I think we helped.
That's how you die from exposure.
That's right. You run away and you get lost from the guy in the trench coat.
hey, lady, check this out.
I lied.
Hi, lady. Yeah. I think Aranon will survive either way we go, whether we go to 10 towns first and try and get a letter, or maybe somebody in town has like a friend that's a jailer that can help us on the inside.
You're gonna have to throw up some shockers then when we get in there.
Yeah. If I can manipulate my fingers that way. The ice shocker.
Ooh, what if we like chipped off your ring finger and then you're just like giving the permanent shocker? Oh my god. You'd be a symbol for an entire society. That would be awesome.
Hey, if you got enough followers and worshippers, you could become a god and turn yourself into whatever you wanted to.
Now you're talking.
Yeah, maybe I'm aiming too low. Maybe I need to aim higher and become a monk god.
There you go.
I don't know.
Awesome.
I don't know. What I guess the ultimate question is, what would you prefer to do? Do you want to go to 10 towns and explore possibilities to make it easier to get them out?
Yeah, I think so. I think we wanted to go to. So we wanted to go into Bryn Shander anyway, and like
Mhm.
tell our story. Maybe Crixus should prepare a song or something like that to talk about the conquering heroes that brought the sun back. Here comes the sun, do 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 do.
That actually is very fitting.
Here comes the sun, and Crixus says, "We killed a rock." I don't know. We'll figure it out.
You know, I could join you on the harp now. I have
Sunrise,
performance.
sunrise.
So we other side note, we leveled up last session as well at the end of last session. So how is everybody looking as far as hit points and specials, and what did you guys get for your new feats? Because I get
Good
performance,
question.
so now we can be a traveling band, kind of like the Partridge Family, and I can play
Like
the
the
harp.
monkeys.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I'd
We'd
rather
be
be
much
the monkeys.
better as the
Yeah,
monkeys.
I agree.
I've got a horn.
Is that a euphemism?
Yes, and it's true.
I felt like a joke,
so,
but I think he's serious.
So Doc took a second level in Barbarian. Hit points now are 94. Extra abilities granted was Danger Sense, so advantage on dexterity saving throws on things I can see when not blind, deaf, or incapacitated. Would have very much helped when that rock was falling on us. And then also
Spider
Reckless
Sense.
Attack. You can choose to attack recklessly, giving melee weapon attacks advantage for the turn, but it gives all opponents attacking him with melee attacks advantage back. So it's something that's really handy when it's a one-on-one, but not great when it's 1 against 5, because they all get advantage if that's the case. And that's what Doc upgraded to this level.
Well, Crixus had a choice, right? So I've been taking levels of both Bard and Cleric, but there's nothing in our story recently that supported a new level in Bard. Because Crixus has been much more needed as a healer than as a musician. So I took another level of healer. So I'm a 6th level cleric and 2nd level bard, second level bard. So hopefully I'll get back into kind of the bard lifestyle here as we start hanging out in towns a little bit more again. But that gives me, when I heal other people, I heal myself a little bit as well, which could be helpful, but isn't game breaking to any extent. I'm still only at 51 hit points. So as we approach tougher and tougher monsters like this rock, I mean, a good solid smack in the mouth puts me at single digit hit points pretty soon. So
Yeah,
I'm
on the
gonna have
bright
to
side,
find better armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say on the bright side, your armor class is 19, so that's much higher than Doc.
Yep. Yeah, I have great armor class, and just want to make sure as I move forward, I'm advancing that forward because, again, that rock was what, plus 13 to hit, so there's no hiding from that.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
Yeah. So as creatures continue to be that powerful, armor class means shit. So
Aranon is not in much better shape hit points wise than Crixus is. So I jumped from 51 to 59 hit points. So I'm almost tipping 60. Aranon also got. I took another monk level, so I have a subclass. So I took Drunken Master, which gives me athletics and performance increases. Because I am technically performing as a drunkard, I guess you could say. I don't have, because it's on my tablet, I don't have the description in front of me. But it also gives me, what else did it give me? It gave me something else.
Looking at your character sheet, you get something called Drunken Technique.
Yep.
So when you use Flurry of Blows, you get to also disengage and increase your walking speed by 10 for the turn.
Yes, that is it. Oh, I get Deflect Missile as well.
Oh,
Yes.
well, that's not nothing.
Deflect missiles. You can use your reaction to deflect or catch the missile when you are hit by a ranged weapon attack. When you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus 7. If you reduce damage to 0 and have a free hand, you can spend 1 key point to make a ranged attack, as with a monk weapon, with a range of 20 feet or 60 feet.
So, like, you catch it and throw it back?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's awesome. What a cool idea.
And don't forget the most important thing that you got there with your bonus proficiencies. Brewer supplies.
Yes, I can make alcohol. So,
All right.
odds are we're expanding the tavern, or at least converting the basement into a little brew house.
Mm-hmm.
We're going all class. All class shit substance.
Just another reason Ellie's in love with you.
Ah, shit. I'm going to have to open up my own place.
It's going to be funny when she tries to, like... Well, anyway. That's probably a little too
Uh-oh.
much for a Saturday morning.
Nope. I need to hear it.
Let's just say you're going to have to call for help when Ellie's lips get stuck to you.
Ah. Come on, man.
Be like the Christmas Story, only way different.
Way different. It's like the Christmas Story, but different. Yes.
Tongue stuck to a pole, right?
Yeah, not to bring it up again, but the bar's name is the Belching Dragon. Wouldn't it have been nice to have an actual dragon that could belch some kind of fire or something? That would have been, pretty handy there for advertising. Better than those inflatable guys with the arms swinging up in the air.
Crazy whack inflatable arm guy. No. Just no. No dragons.
Oh, trust me. It would have been cool.
How would the whale have reacted with a dragon in its back?
Being like, oh shit, that's adorable.
As long as it's not a 200-foot wingspan trying to eat him every time he comes to the surface, I think he'd be fine.
I guess that is fair. So, and here's something that I don't know if D&D talks about. Do baby dragons shoot fire? Or do they have to, learn how to do that? Or do they have to get bigger?
They don't all do fire. I'd have to look up silver dragons. I suppose it'd probably be the same as a silver dragonborn, right? I can look that up real quick.
I have to do some research, but
Because I don't think Aranon should be in close contact with anything fire-related at this point
it's a fair point.
in his juncture.
So,
Yeah.
Silver dragonborns, their damage type is cold. So I'm assuming silver dragons shoot blast of cold. That would have been pretty impressive for an Iceman riding an ice-breathing dragon, shimmering in the newly revived sunshine.
Yeah, Eloquence
Oh, that
says
would have been
ice.
really punk.
So I would have been like the bad guy in Game of Thrones.
Yeah, basically.
Mhm.
Been a White Walker.
A White Walker. The White King. What was his? The Dead King.
Frost King, the Snow
Frost
King,
King.
the
Frost Knight.
Frost Maiden,
Hmm.
Lady Ice Kiss. I don't remember.
Frosting.
It's all.
It's funny. I just literally watched Game of Thrones last year.
I am in the minority, by the way. I thought the ending was fine,
So did I.
and so
I never. It.
I do think it was consistent with her character. I think people didn't like it because they wanted her character to have an epiphany, but it doesn't have to happen with every show ever.
No. Nope. I was fine with the whole thing. I didn't read any of the books, so I had nothing to compare it to. And at this point in life, people should just realize that books are different than TVs and movies.
Well, I mean, if you read the books, you were disappointed with the show anyway. So
Yeah.
just moving on.
Yeah.
But
It's
the one
fine.
thing that they did right in the show, though, was what's his? I can't even remember the characters' names at this point. The little guy,
Tyrion?
Tyrion. Tyrion dies in the book, and then in the show, they're like, "Nah, this character's way too cool to kill off." So they just kept him around. Like, oh, we're gonna skip that part where he dies. We're just not gonna do that thing. So,
Interesting. How does he die in the book?
I'd have to go back, man. It's been 6 years or so, whatever.
A hooker.
Whenever it was popular, that's when I was hammering through the books.
A whore probably
So
sat
it's
on
all
his
blurred
face and
now. What
smothered
was
him.
in the book and what was not in the book.
So, for Crixus's shopping benefit, looking at the basic armor in the player's handbook, the two armors that you could use that are better than what you have to have a minimum strength of 15, or you lose 10 feet of speed.
Okay, I don't want to do that, so I'm gonna have to.
As far as basic armor goes, you have the best that you can get. So you'd be looking for something magical plus, +1, +2, or some extra abilities.
Well, thanks, because I don't know if you remember this, but Crixus did not roll well when he created his character, and he's pretty middle of the road as an individual.
Oh, you rolled for your stats?
Didn't I? I don't remember what we did back then.
I think John usually uses the standard array.
Yeah,
So
that's what I did with Aranon.
I have nothing higher than 16, so isn't there something in the standard array that's 18?
it's no, it's 8, 10,
Yeah.
8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, I think.
Oh, okay.
My dexterity's
Yeah, then that's possible.
my dexterity's at 18, but I think at this point it's because I have my modifiers from leveling up. Would be my guess.
Yeah, at level 4 in the characters, you get that bonus.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
and taking those extra levels of multi-classing is where then you're missing that. Because at level 8, you would have been able to bump something up, but with the multi-class, it doesn't. So
That makes sense. So I guess at level 8, I mean, I'm going to need 3 more levels before I get there then, because I definitely want to take another level in Bard, and that would make sense for my character pretty soon.
you could
And then
I'd have to
have 2 more.
Yeah, you could take 2 levels in Bard before taking another level in Cleric, or I don't know, at Cleric, I don't know, you'd have to look at the spell list for Clerics for 4th level spells to see if it's worth that 7th level of Cleric.
Yeah.
I know one thing that would have been handy all along is Greater Restoration, because we seem to keep getting cursed. So that would
When do you get Greater Restoration? Probably 8.
I think it's ninth level. I think it's a 5th level spell, but I don't know. When a god turns you into ice, I'm not sure that a greater restoration is even powerful enough for that. So
Take it off.
I don't see why it wouldn't work.
we can always try.
I'm getting
I mean,
better.
so theoretically, though, we should be like carrying around a large flask or something, shouldn't we? Just in case Aranon starts puddling up, so we can collect them and get
Like
back to
Frosty
life
the
later.
Snowman.
Yeah.
Do we?
Collect his
Should we have like
This
created an Aranon
bottle
mold
nose.
before we left, like one of those gel molds, so you could pour me back in? And
I mean, I think we have to consider it.
I do have a Lego Mangello mold here, so we can pour you into that and add some gelatin.
Lego Mangello.
There you go, man.
It sounded like you said it in
No.
2 words. Like the first name was Lego and the last name was Mangello.
He does like Dungeons and Dragons. What's his name? Manganello?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's actually a
Any
great.
questions?
That's a great character name, by the way. Lego Mangello.
It's pretty cool.
Any questions from the audience? Anything coming in that we that they want to know about?
No, not yet. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, type them in the chat. We would love to answer your questions.
I had watching the playback. I had a question, but it might be too meta for Tom to answer. The conversation that you had with Valine while Doc and Crixus were sleeping about having lived your life on your own and you don't need anybody. I, as a player, was curious if that's a sentiment that you carry with you because of your actual past, or if that's part of the curse of Oral, because one of the statements you said like almost perfectly matches one of the tenets of Oral for I don't know if it was isolation, like being on your own because you don't want to be dependent on anyone else or something.
So
Good question.
first I'll answer your question, Doc, and then we'll answer Elquin's question in the chat. So no, that is my story. So as a kid, I had a friend that I would steal shit with, and then we got caught. Well, technically he got caught, and I ran away. And after that, I just was a loner. I just set out on my own. I did everything on my own. So that's kind of the reason, is because I don't want to have to worry about anybody else. So I'm on my own. I do everything on my own. That is a part of my character and who he is. He doesn't need anybody. He's self-reliant. I mean, clearly he needs people to help him survive, but he doesn't want it.
Having spent this much time with some people who seem to care about you, does that change anything in Aranon's way of thinking?
No. So Aranon is still, like he told Valine, if everybody just got snapped out of existence, he would be fine. He is enjoying, as much as Aranon can enjoy a group of people, he is enjoying the group of people. But he is not getting close to them because he does not want the attachment. Which is why he keeps fending off and holding Ellie at arm's length. Ooh, sneeze button.
Reasonable answer.
Yeah. So, Aranon's a loner. That's who he is. Now, as far as... Are you still there, Doc? You haven't blinked in a while. We may have lost Genius.
I just can't believe your response. He's appalled.
Uh-huh. I froze him with my icy answer. Now, for Elkin's question, why did you get rid of a dragon, LOL? Here you go. Here, because I can.
Everybody wants to know.
Here's my answer.
You dirty son of a bitch.
Thanks for the question, Elquin. I took it very seriously.
See what you did there.
Yeah. Yeah. I just don't. I don't know. I don't know.
I'll be honest. Your character is gonna have to defend itself, so you're gonna have to come up with something better than I don't know. Because Crixus is very upset about it.
I defended it, and when I broke the egg, I defended it.
I hear you. I hear you that you said you're scared of dragons, but you're gonna have to go deeper.
I did not say I was scared of dragons. I said we do not want a dragon with us. By we, I mean me.
Mhm.
Because clearly
I hear you.
the we aspect did not include Crixus, because I half expected him to start crying.
If we go outside of the gamescape, I'm actually stunned that John would have integrated a dragon into our party to any extent, and how that would kind of break from a DM perspective. Suddenly, okay, we're gonna hop on our dragon and head, I don't know, anywhere the fuck we want.
Yeah.
That would make it complicated for John. So from that perspective, I just wonder how that would have integrated into what we were doing here. But
I wonder
mean,
if he would have.
dragons take a while to grow, right?
Yeah. And I wonder too if he would have, once it was grown, if he would have just made it like damn near impossible for everybody to actually ride it. You know, skill check wise, animal handling.
That's a fair point.
You know, because there's ways
Yeah.
around it. Because even in shows, you know, people ride dragons, but they still travel, and the dragon flies above them.
Yeah. Sense.
But no, I
Yeah, I
get your point. Like it, because at that point it's like, all right, everybody, let's hop on the dragon.
Yeah.
Let's just fly really high until we see Oral somewhere.
Yeah. Or a blacksmith shop.
Or yeah, let me
see
know
what
when you
they're
see
making.
magical items. I'm sure they glint like they do in video games. You know,
Yeah.
if you see like a little item off in the corner, it's just kind of flashing a little bit.
Yep. Funny. Yeah, so Aaronon's backstory is that he had a friend and his friend died, and
Well, his friend got
No.
captured. Like they,
his friend isn't.
he
gone,
doesn't.
gone.
He has no idea if his friend is dead or alive or what.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. So, yeah, the kid got caught, and Aranon escaped.
Turns out the friend is Valish Gant.
Ooh. Dun dun dun.
Intrigue.
Intrigue, suspense.
Welcome back, genius.
I almost didn't see you there with the shirt.
Not camouflage.
You still with us?
Getting there. Yeah.
So you missed Elquin's question.
I did.
Yeah, his question was, why did you get rid of a dragon?
Hmm.
Yeah, I gave him the finger.
We have our answer.
Yeah. Do. Let's hear. What else do we want to talk about?
Well, what is our next step here? We're looking to hang out in Bryn Shander, sell some things.
Yep.
Make sure the people know who's responsible for bringing the sunshine back. Do. And then headed over to the prison, right? To check
Yeah.
out what Valish Gant can do for you.
What do you think the likelihood of actually breaking him out is? Because I don't feel very confident about breaking him out of a prison, especially considering we're trying to be
I
the
think
heroes.
the reason that we're breaking him out is to save you, and in for the process, if we end up breaking you, then it was kind of a moot point.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I that's why I thought there's two options, and we're gonna have to explore the negotiation tactic first.
Ooh.
So maybe get, like Jeff said, a great idea. Try to get some sort of letter from the speaker at Bryn Shander to advocate on his release. The Arcane Brotherhood has a temple here or something, don't they? Here at Bryn Shander?
Somewhere close. I'd have to look at my notes. Elquin actually brought up a really good idea. We should see if the warden has family.
Oh my god. So
No?
hold his daughter hostage?
I mean, yeah. Somebody
Oh my god.
cut a lock of hair. Even if we don't hold him hostage, he wouldn't know. We could just let him.
Is this gonna be Die Hard all of a sudden?
I mean, we don't actually have to hold him
And-
hostage. We just, cut a snip of hair and say, or take one of her toys, or or his wife's brush or something that he would recognize, and say, "We
Take
have
the
your
warden
family."
to the
I mean,
top.
I don't know if you guys remember, but the warden was Liam Neeson, and he will find you and he will kill you if you do
Oh.
that.
He
What?
does have a particular set of skills.
I forgot about that part. Was he really?
I don't remember. I'd have to go back and
Ah.
listen to that whole episode, which is excruciating because there wasn't much that happened in that episode.
No, it was a pretty
It was
mundane.
I was gone, but I looked it up last night to see what your nicknames were, and it was episode 60. If you're looking to watch it.
I will.
I may have to just to get a replay of. I mean, nothing happened. We went in. I tried to hide my knives or daggers. They found them. We went in. We talked to dude. And we kind of left. And then we
I think
realized
made
that
several jokes about Prison Pocket.
yeah. Oh, lots of prison pocket jokes. Yeah.
I mean, they'll probably remember you. It was only like 25 days in game ago, so it's really not that long in the life of a prison.
Oh, they're still telling jokes about Jackson Daniels then.
I do have one of my skill set things is a disguise kit. I think. I'd have
You
to
should
look.
go as a centerpiece for a buffet. That'd be a good disguise for an Iceman.
An ice sculpture.
Yeah.
Wheel me in. This is this is for the snow cone maker.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, I could, and then
They'll
when
put
nobody's
you in
paying
a
attention,
blender.
I could just hop down and run away. I don't see that working out very well.
Yeah, we'll just pretend he's snow, and then we'll like throw snowballs through the window, and then he can coalesce again like T-1000.
Yeah, if I was liquid ice, well, I guess liquid ice is not a thing.
Yeah. Need some elemental powers like our level 20 Friday Night characters. You could travel through the ice and come out the other side.
There was a monk. There was a monk subclass that allowed me to I think that allowed me to manipulate some elements, and I think ice was one of them.
It's like an airbender.
Yeah, one of them gets a whole bunch of like elemental. They're like spells, but they're monk abilities.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think it's key. I think you use the key points to do shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It's the closest equivalent of a monk wizard or monk sorcerer, I think.
Yeah.
without having to actually split classes. Kind of like the fighter or rogue classes that like Arcane Trickster and stuff, where you get some spells, but they're not nearly at the rate as if you took actual classes in Wizard or Sorcerer.
Yeah, I did that with the fighter. I took that, whatever that variant was, and that was cool. Having some spells.
Yeah, I remember you took it because you wanted your weapon to return to you.
I did. That was basically the only reason I took that whole path. I really do love returning weapons. Because then you always have a ranged attack. You always do.
What is it like a boomerang type thing? You throw it and it comes back to you, or is it like the Thor's hammer?
Aquaman's trident, basically the whole time.
Huh.
Yeah. Basically my entire life is trying to recreate Aquaman in D&D.
That's the best character you could pick?
I mean, it's all I got, man.
Yeah, how are you going to beat level 20 Jairus with your returning weapon and the power of water?
I can summon an angel warrior. So, level 20 is just dumb. I can summon a party member that's more powerful than Crixus right now. So,
I see nothing wrong with that.
The worst part about it is you probably had the shortest lifespan because you were a human.
yeah,
Yeah.
embarrassing, right?
But that's why you took off to Ravnica.
I still have to rewrite my backstory on that because I was writing it in Facebook and then I navigated away from the page and it just disappeared. Like
Oops.
20 minutes of writing my prologue.
Yeah.
Gone.
What? So for this story, did John say what our level, like what our max level is for this story? Like, are we trying to get to 9, 10?
No, but I'll tell you, he said the other day we were basically right on. Like,
Oh.
the story calls like you wouldn't fight the rock, or like you wouldn't be at this castle on less than level 7. I thought he said.
Okay.
So
Yeah,
I
it
think
sounds
we're
good.
right on where we should be.
I definitely think this campaign is set at a little bit of a more deadly difficulty than the previous one, because even at level 7, or even I would think at level 8, that rock, there was a lot of circumstantial luck there too that got us through that. If anyone else would have taken damage instead of Doc, 2 hits would have taken pretty much anyone else out. So,
Yeah.
And we made some good decisions
well.
along the
Yeah.
way too. But yeah, like you said, if Doc doesn't keep getting the Rock's attention with some really good attacks, then the Rock like takes 2 swipes at Crixus and Crixus is dead, and then he moves on basically to the next guy, and then suddenly the Rock is
Right.
killing people faster than we can keep them alive.
Right.
So the
And-
plus side with Aranon, if Crixus and Doc go down, is that he does still have like 2 or 3 potions of healing.
Mhm.
So I mean, worst case scenario, I chuck it at your face and hope that
Or
it
at
goes
my
in.
nose.
Yeah.
Let's see, I
Butt
think
chugging the potion of healing. Crixus wakes up with a bottle stuck in his ass.
actually that's a good point. I think Doc used his last potion of healing on Crixus.
Yeah.
And doesn't have, so that might be something we want to divvy up a little bit, because Doc doesn't have anything to heal anyone at this point.
Well, once we get back to town, we should be able to find maybe some potions of healing, right? Assuming that the shops are.
Potions of healing could probably be found, but they're expensive when you buy them.
I think Aranon has some dollars. I think.
Yeah, I have no potions of healing left either. I used all mine.
I'm popping up your. You have a potion of cold resistance.
A lot of good
I
that
have
does me
that.
now.
You have 3 potions of healing.
Yep, that sounds about right.
I have a potion of vitality. What does even that do? Oh, it removes exhaustion. What? When did I get that? That could have been.
You had that the
coulda
whole
helped.
time?
It does. I mean, it would seem so.
Well,
Oh my god.
That's
that's ridiculous.
That's funny.
I don't even know what to say about that. That's
Um,
fantastic.
If that's all it does, though, I just wouldn't have remembered. Like, how often does it come up?
You're so
But-
you're so exhausted you
You're-
forgot about your potion to help you fight exhaustion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. Also, a potion of radiant resistance. Should I still have the bloodstones?
Yeah, as far as I know, you didn't.
I
get
don't
rid
think
of
we sold them.
So I have those yet.
them. I still want to use my playing card set. That deck of cards I found that John. That's I don't know what they do. That apparently I'm supposed to give to somebody. Have them pick a card and it kills. I don't know what it does.
Do you also have the figurine, right?
Yeah, the obsidian steed. Yep.
Yeah. I mean that feels like that would turn a battle if that was on our side.
It would be a great distraction too. I think in prison.
Oh my goodness. Let that out in the middle of the prison?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I kind of do
Wait.
want to get rid of some of my stuff here that has just been following me. Like I have the octopus beak and the Craig cat hide and the dragon scales. Like I want to make something with the dragon scales.
Yeah, I mean I
We
feel
gotta
like we
get rid
should
of the
decorate
Craig cat.
the bar with all that stuff.
Good idea.
I
When we're
could.
sitting on
And the Craig hide is not baby Craig's. It's
Oh, it's not a baby Craig
no,
hide?
it's not the baby. It is
Oh.
it is an adult.
That's just go directly to jail, do not pass go, right?
Well, let's be honest. I may be a monster. I'm not that much of a monster. Maybe I am. No, I wouldn't do that to baby
No.
Craigs. No. I just did that to their mommy.
But yeah.
Which, speaking of which, that is still hanging over our head too, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, in some scenarios that could get called back up.
I wonder if we could squash that with our hero feats.
Maybe.
Is there anything else hanging over our head? I feel like there's something else. We have the unfortunate baby Craig incident. Oh, we have Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius.
Yukon Cornelius still riding around town. I definitely want to get a hold of him.
Where would we find him? Boy.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find him on our travels to. Was it Ythrin?
I don't remember even when it was. That was before even we went to that to find the white elk or whatever.
Yeah, we were on we were on our way to the hunting lodge, right?
Yeah.
we were getting that sled full of ingots when we encountered him.
Yeah. That's right. I kind of regret not just jacking him and
I mean,
I'm really
didn't he have
curious.
something like his ass was made of gold or something like that?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Mm-hmm.
I want to run into him again because I want A, the gold, but also B, I want to know what happens if I poke him with my dagger. Like, does he turn into like something crazy strong? Like, should we be glad we didn't poke him and jump him when we first met him?
Maybe, right? Can't wait to see that guy again now.
No, I kind of.
You got loose end with Crixus and Marta. Got to revisit that too.
Oh, that's right. Crix has got to
Can't
get a
wait.
swerve on.
And how
I can't
awkward it's
wait.
going to be when Marta sees Aranon, and Aranon's not the arrogant guy he was, at least towards her, potentially.
Oh yeah, I'm not gonna be the greatest, and the brightest, and the strongest. I'm just gonna be just a dick, everyday average dick.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
No, she'll see the real Aranon. I hear the chicks dig bad boys.
Something like that.
Maybe I will win her over with my new and improved old Aranon.
I don't know. Does Aranon want to win her over?
Nah, he doesn't give a shit. The only reason he would do it would be to piss off Grixis. And right now he's done enough of that.
Yeah, you're not gonna want to do that much.
that would
Oh,
actually be the straw that broke the camel's back, I think. He may just murder me in my sleep. Just ice chisel and all.
Do it slowly with like a wire saw,
Ice pick.
back and
There's
forth.
so many
get the arm
ways.
off.
There's so many ways I can hurt you now. Just like putting a bowl of hot soup next to you.
Here, have some of this mulled wine.
Yeah, you don't need to. I think we learned you don't need to sleep now in this state. Do you also not need to eat or drink? And,
that would be my assumption.
I mean, if that's the case, you can't even get drunk.
That's a good
I
question.
feel like there's a new urgency to getting you uniced.
Yeah. How am I supposed to be a drunk monk if I can't get drunk?
Or wait, yeah.
Hmm.
Boy, that would be frustrating, honestly.
I'm not sure how the math works on that. Where did we leave our dog sleds?
I do poop cubes because that would be. Elquin asked if I pooped cubes.
But the round ones with the hole through the middle?
Weird.
Yes. I was gonna say those formed like those whiskey cubes, the ones that are like big circles.
Oh, yeah, the big ball.
Elquin has all the good questions today.
That's
Doing the Lord's work today.
he's a smart guy. High intelligence.
Yeah, he must have rolled high on his intelligence.
Yeah, I don't know if if we're looking for more questions. I don't know if Aranon would or if Tom would go into any detail on a backup character, or if Crixus has put any thought into backup character in case things happen, or if that's all kind of a secret.
My backup character is secretive. It would be a. It would. I don't want to say it would ruin story. It wouldn't ruin story because it's just story. But
Right.
no, I want it to be kind of a if
In the moment.
in the moment. Yep.
I'd
Yeah.
say Crixus would have to die for me to play a different character. Crixus as a character has no motivation outside of our current quest and helping people, so it doesn't make sense for like Crixus to retire or anything like that. So, but
And that's the same with Aranon.
I would have to roll up a scenario based character. I would hate to create a character that's just a random, and then we're in a situation and I'd have to, play a different character.
Something you're trying to
So-
think of a reason for him to be there.
Yeah.
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 I mean, I guess I would. If
Like he would have to be like a character or a prisoner that also made it out with the jailbreak, or someone who lives in 10 towns that lost their whole family and is looking for something, or some kind of story hook.
I mean,
a
technically, you
regular at the Belching Dragon who just, goddamn, I just lost my job. I need something more in my life.
could, yeah.
He needs a way to pay his bar tab.
Yeah,
Oh, that's actually pretty good.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? You're coming on an adventure with us.
Yeah.
Whining
Buckle
the
up.
whole time.
Buckle up for safety, motherfucker.
Yeah, no, you guys know this, but I don't know how much the audience. I constantly am making characters for different scenarios. I mean, going all the way back to the beginning when it was just Aranon and Crixus, I've got characters that I made back then that if it ever mattered, I would have, joined the story back then. One of them, you went to Gnomengard, where there was the gnomes and that. So I created like a kind of like a kid gnome druid that was following you, and occasionally when John would say that you hear wolves in the distance, I had mentioned to him that my character would turn into a wolf, so that could possibly have been an in on the story. Obviously now with Doc potentially getting to a point in the story where he could leave, I've got a handful, and kind of the same thing. I don't want it to just be random person showing up, but I've got a number of them. I created a character for if you remember the thief up in the when you guys were fighting the white dragon, Runa.
Uh-huh.
I created a character to be her dad, which was one of the options for when I joined the story. Could have been, instead of Doc, it could have been Runa's dad.
That actually would have been really cool.
So, yeah. So I've got a bunch of them, and I think the hardest part for me is I like to have a relatively balanced party. So if you guys stayed the same and Doc was gone, I would probably make some kind of beefy character. But if, depending on what, if Aranon was gone, what Tom would come in with his new character, that could completely change what I would want to be to round out the party.
And that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, and kind of like what Kuch was saying, the only way Aranon is going, because, I mean, that his life is theft and adventure and stealing and whatever, survival. The only way Aranon's gone is if he dies. Like, he's not a retirement kind of guy. He's a collect as much gold.
Right. So, yeah, I'd see the only way he would leave the campaign and not dying is if there was some amazing opportunity that wasn't JC's story related, and he would not retire, but he would go and do some other adventure, which maybe gets picked up,
Yeah.
in another story. But finding a lost city of treasure and magical items seems right up a thief's alley. So, yeah, Cave of Wonders. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I would. That's like my happy place. That would be my my brothel.
Aranon's a diamond in the rough.
Right now he's an ice cube in a sea of ice cubes. All right, I think
Ice cube.
I think we can probably close this up. It's 9:45, almost 10 to 10, and yeah, we did a full show, guys.
Hey.
Hey, look at us! Look
Look
at
at
us!
We don't need
Who
John.
needs a DM to move the story along?
Yeah, right.
Uh,
Although we're still at the same point as when we started, so I guess we do.
Yeah. I think we kind of made decisions we would have had to do on the fly. We had thrown around splitting the party, but I think having talked about it, we probably makes more sense to have everybody go to Bryn Shander and can swap out cached weapons, whatever, and get prepped for Revel's End. So
Yep.
I think we made some progress. We can tell John we walked all the way to Bryn Shander and tell him we unfortunately. Oh, and we fought a whole bunch of stuff and passed another level. Let's tell him that.
Yeah. Yep.
uh,
Yep. It was so harrowing that we gained a level.
Yeah, we defeated Oral.
Yeah. Get story over. Figure something else out now. All right. On that
Awesome.
note, join us every well, today is Saturday, but usually we are on Sunday mornings 8:30 a.m. Central Time. We are twitch.tv/TomMNorm, TOMMNORM. You can go and find all of our cool links at bit.ly/OurFunDiscord. It'll get you into our Discord, and you can find links to our Twitter, our Twitch, our Patreon, patreon.com/2nerds1quest, by the way. And we have some fun channels in our Discord, and once we get more people in there chatting, it'll liven it up a bit. We'd love to see you in there. Ask us questions. Talk to us about things other than D&D, like music and movies and video games. Because we do all of that stuff. We do all of the fun things in our Discord.
Food.
We also like food. We don't have a food channel. We have a beer channel. Don't have a food channel.
There is a beer channel.
Same.
Well, I mean, you can't. I mean, beer goes with food, so I mean, I feel like you could put food under the beer channel and it would fit.
Hell, we have a B channel. Yeah. So, go bit.ly/OurFunDiscord and pop in. After we are done with the closing music here, we are going to do voting on titles. So if you are in chat, go to this link. I'm going to throw in there now. Go to that link, vote on a title. When we come back, we will continue the voting. I will read them out. So that is a benefit to joining us live. You can help us pick the title of the show. So next week, come back. Help us pick the title of a show. You can submit titles yourself as well.
Please come back. I love you all.
Please come back. Baby, come back.
Some of the comments from chat have affected the course of action and also titles of the show.
Yeah, that is very true. Crixus, come back.
Damn, it's just more fun when people are engaged.
We enjoy the engagement. So for me, for Doc, and for Crixus, and for the missing DM, we'll catch you next week.
Yeah.
Sonic arm too would be badass.
He's a sorcerer, so he could have like a mage hand kind of thing going on.
Whoa, like a phantom hand. Now
Yeah.
I want to play that character now. That'd be cool.
Yeah. So Crixus is now
hand
making.
trip that just replaced your hand.
All right, so we
Yeah.
have show titles. We only have 3 titles in there today. We have Doc blows his own horn, which was an Elquin comment. We have tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets. And we have Lego Mangello. So, pop in there. Oh, did I screw up? Discord, there we go. You guys are back.
Oh man.
I made my choice. I think they're all amazing.
Which one did you vote on? Tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets?
I do like that one a lot.
I'm motivated to make it a tie, so I'm gonna also vote tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets. Although no, I don't know if that's a tie. Yep. Make somebody else final call.
So if you're in
Might
chat,
have to vote on this one today.
yeah, if you're in chat, go to tommnorm.showbot.tv, vote on our show title. Help us pick.
Packers Bears tomorrow night.
Packers Bears. Sunday
I
night
hate it.
football, baby.
I hate night games. I hate waiting all day long for the Packers to play.
I love night games.
How many people in Wisconsin are going to be calling in sick on Monday because they partied too hard or didn't get home from the game until
Yeah.
Or pulled a muscle shoveling.
there's that.
Speaking of which,
Still snowing?
I need to go and snow blow. Ah,
I'm gonna wait till the sun comes out later.
the sun will
Just
come.
don't let it get too
Whoa.
heavy. I did that last time. I waited until the sun came out, and then it was all slop and heavy.
Oh,
Girls.
yeah. I'm lazy bastard. I'll pull out the snowblower. I think today warrants snowblower, but I'm pretty sure the driveway is gonna be really icy because we had that icy
Yeah.
shit underneath. Or
Yeah, I
the-
just stand at the top of the driveway and let the weight of the snowblower pull it all the way down the foot.
yeah. I
And
don't
good
even have
luck
to do
getting back
anything.
to the top.
Come on, guys. TomMnorm.showbot.tv. I see you still in chat.
You're gonna have to. You're gonna have to vote.
I am gonna have to vote. I don't want to have to pick.
You're gonna vote for Lego Mangello, and then it won't be any better.
Technically, I can vote for as many as I want. You can, if you tap on each one, you can vote on each one because it's built to vote on multiple show titles. Because like it basically I think it was built for Frog Pants, so they get like 100 or 200 show titles throughout their 2-hour show because everybody's just putting in show titles, and then people
Mhm.
vote on show titles they like, and then some of them end up. And then they pick 15 titles and they read them off at the beginning of the show. And they pick one for the actual show title.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a fun process. It's interesting. But all right, I am gonna go with.
Mhm.
It's so tough. I wish somebody would break the tie for me, because I don't want to. All right, fine. I'm gonna go with.
I was gonna. I think there was a previous show title that had horn in it, but I don't know if I have it handy.
What?
I don't
What?
have anxiety. Horn in my head was a show title.
I'm gonna go with the tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets because that one made me chuckle.
Blow casually, I think, might have been horn related.
Yeah, blow casually was.
I'm into it.
Yep. So tables, ladders, chairs. I did like Elquin's comment because that did make me chuckle as well. They all made me chuckle, but tables, ladders, chairs, and cabinets it is. Unless a whole bunch of people go in and start voting now and override me.
Or you're gonna have to break the tie again.
Yeah.
We had some good. As I'm flipping through here, we had some good titles.
Yeah. We really do end up with some good titles.
I was born in a bucket.
That was a Batman reference. I was
Would you like
born.
Would you like a cookie? Ghost Moose, come in. Me want to go home.
That one is good.
It's pretty good.
Oh, it's toilet soup. That was another good one.
Gross.
Anyway,
Yeah.
have a good
All right,
Saturday,
guys.
everyone.
Go
Yep.
kill it.
I'm gonna see if
Have
we
a
can
fantastic day.
raid somebody here real quick.
I'll raid your mom.
Get
And
off.
on that note,
Yeah.
see ya.
Oh, you're so funny. And nobody that I know is on. All right. Thanks everybody
Are
for
we,
popping in. What's that?
We calling. I was just gonna. Are we calling that session 79, or was that a in between session?